one step ahead. Anticipate problems. If you're working with young children, like little bitty children, okay, isn't it almost, can't you almost set your watch to transitions being a problem? Or coming in the room and sitting down? Or things where they have a moment to do, kind of act on their own, they usually seize that opportunity and do something that you really hadn't planned on them doing. However, if you meet that, I think it's so important for an elementary teacher to meet your class, because at the door, you know, when they're coming to your music class, you're standing at the door waiting, and their regular teacher brings them, or their aide. Aides usually let them get away with murder. The regular teacher, if they know what they're doing, is making them behave. And what happens is sometimes there's a disconnect from when the regular teacher lets them come into your classroom and when they walk into your classroom. Because they could be little angels standing in the hall because the regular teacher will beat them if they step out of line. I'm kidding, of course. But if you let them come in running and slapping each other on the back and pushing, the first time you let that happen, do you know how hard it's going to be for you to gain their control over that situation? So you have to be one step ahead, knowing that you're going to have issues. Okay? Where are there issues? Where do you have trouble with high school kids? Think about when you were in band and you frustrated the heck out of your band director. Where was it usually? Yes! Come in, get your horn, get your music, sit down and be quiet. How many times have you been observing a band rehearsal and you see the kids come in and blah, 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 what are you doing Friday night? Blah, 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 blah. And the second bell's rung and they're still blah, 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 blah. They're standing around talking and they're over there where the music is, choir kids are the same, blah, 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 blah. 10 minutes later, after the second bell is rung, you let that happen, okay? So if you have procedures set up on your wall that you've discussed with them the very first day of class that say, when the second bell rings, you must be in your seat with your music and your instrument ready to play, because we have work to do and everybody's counting on everybody in this ensemble being prepared. I'm prepared, you should be prepared as well. Okay? And all you have to do is put the guilt on them. The little kids don't get the guilt thing, but the older kids definitely, you can really make them, you know, especially if they love you. But if they've been allowed, when you go out and get your first job, and they've been allowed to act like morons and come in and just do whatever they want to, you're going to have your hands full, okay? So you have to be one step ahead. Always have, like when you're handing out new music, that's another opportunity, okay? Think of your high school choir situation. Oh, I have some new music in there. You know, I think it's on my desk. Sarah, will you go look at my desk and see if you can find that music? It's, I forgot the name of it. Hello? You know, the thing is, it's on your stand. You hand it to your student conductor and they hand it out. Do not turn your back. Please. The minute you turn your back, it says stupid, okay? Don't go there, all right? Don't. Have everything, all your materials here, if you're going to play a recording, have it cued to the track that you want to play. Be prepared. Be prepared. And you're going to know from your lesson plan what materials that you need so that you're not fumbling around going, oh, I forgot the CD player. We're going to play blah, blah, blah today. Like, you got to be prepared, okay? Oh, my favorite. I just observed a student teacher whose name will remain anonymous to protect the innocent. I said to this person, they were doing some exercises. They were going to do some, it's a guitar class, they were going to do some exercises. So while guitar class is sitting there, now who gets put in guitar class? I'm sorry, let's talk about this, let's be real. Okay, who's in guitar class? The kids that can't do anything else and the guidance counselor wants to get them out of the regular classroom. So guess what? It's a dumping ground a lot of times. You will get kids in there that really want to be in there, and then you get kids that you've got to work your tutu off to get them engaged and really wanting to be there. So this unnamed student teacher had these great exercises. But this person turns their back and starts writing the exercises on the board while the class is sitting there. Did anybody see a problem with that? Yeah, and it's a high school guitar class, and you have your back to the class, okay? Do you think that's a really smart thing to do? No, don't do that. What should you have done? Yes! It's just common sense. You have to be, I guess the word, you have to anticipate and you have to be proactive. Quentin, did you have a question? You had your arm up there.
Yeah, I was going to say something that caught me off guard in the whole process of the classroom was announcements. Like morning announcements was the biggest pain in the ass. Because, like, for all the kids in the band, like, it never applies. And so, but you have to read them because there'll be, like, one thing that applies. And you can't really do the, sit down and shut up and pay attention. So I just got to the point where I was like, okay, here's the announcements. They're on the table. If you want to read them, check it out at the end of class.
Yeah, or post them. Post them on them. Put them on them. Here on the bulletin board is the announcements. My problem at my last school was that they would interrupt. You'd be in the middle of getting ready to do a downbeat. Attention teachers! And you're like, ah! And the kids go, blah, 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 blah. That's an opportunity. Attention teachers. That means open your mouth and talk to your neighbor. No, it does not.